Hi there, I'm Amanda Mushrow, and I'm a writer for AutoInsurance.com. Thinking about Allstate or State Farm for your auto insurance? Both are big name insurers with nationwide availability, but there are some key differences to consider. The best choice for you depends on several factors. So in this video, I'll break down the cost of a policy with each company, compare their pros and cons, and highlight important factors like discounts and customer service ratings to help you decide which one is the better fit. Let's get started. State Farm is the largest auto insurer in the United States, while Allstate ranks fourth. In our recent evaluation of the best overall car insurance providers, State Farm came out on top for price and coverage, while Allstate was the best choice for bundling home and auto insurance. Both companies offer policies in nearly every state and Washington, D.C., but State Farm is not issuing new auto policies in Massachusetts or Rhode Island, and neither company is issuing new home policies in California. Click the link in the description to see the full list of top-rated insurance companies. When it comes to cost, State Farm is the more affordable option for nearly every driver profile we analyzed, except for those with low credit, where State Farm's rates were more than double Allstate's. Looking at the national average, State Farm had lower rates in some categories like full coverage, but was higher than average for others, including senior drivers. Meanwhile, Allstate's rates were above the national average across all categories. However, it's still worth comparing quotes from different companies since these are just averages. In terms of coverage, both Allstate and State Farm have the basic coverages you would expect from auto insurers like liability, comprehensive, and collision. They also offer a variety of add-on coverages like roadside assistance, rideshare coverage, and rental car reimbursement. However, Allstate offers accident forgiveness and State Farm does not. So if this is an add-on coverage that's important to you, State Farm might not be the best option. Also, Allstate offers gap insurance, but State Farm does not. However, vehicle loans from State Farm Bank include payoff protector coverage, which is similar. If you lease or finance your vehicle, you may be required to purchase gap insurance, so keep this in mind when choosing an auto insurance provider. Discounts can help you save on auto insurance, and both Allstate and State Farm offer plenty of them. However, some discounts are unique to each company. State Farm offers savings for low mileage, which Allstate doesn't. On the other hand, Allstate provides a new car discount, while State Farm does not. So if you drive a newer vehicle, Allstate might be worth considering. Another way to save money on your premiums is through telematics programs, which track your driving habits and offer savings based on how safely you drive. Both Allstate and State Farm offer telematics programs. Allstate has Drivewise, while State Farm offers Drive Safe and Save, and a program for young drivers called Steer Clear. These programs use a mobile app, a Bluetooth device, or both to monitor your driving and reward safe habits with discounts. State Farm's Drive Safe and Save gives you a 5 to 10% discount just for signing up and up to 30% off at renewal, depending on how you drive and where you live. It's not available in California, Massachusetts, or Rhode Island, and availability in North Carolina is limited. Allstate no longer advertises max savings with Drivewise, but previously stated you could get up to 10% off when you enroll and up to 40% at renewal. However, it's not offered in California or Arkansas, and Allstate's Drivewise can increase your rates for risky driving. So only opt in if you are a safe driver. Another thing to keep in mind, State Farm doesn't let you buy a policy online, so you'll need to complete your quote over the phone. If you like handling everything online, Allstate might be the better choice, but if you're comfortable working with an agent, State Farm is the way to go. If customer service is a priority to you, here's what you need to know. We looked at various industry studies and metrics, and State Farm comes out on top when it comes to customer service. In the J.D. Power 2024 U.S. Auto Claims Satisfaction Study, which measures how policyholders rate their experiences with the insurer during the claims process, State Farm received a score of 710 out of 1,000, placing it in 6th place and above the average of 697. Allstate scored a 691 out of 1,000, placing it at 15th, which is below average. Meanwhile, the 2025 Crash Network Report Card, which looks at auto shops' experiences with insurance companies, ranked State Farm higher than Allstate. However, neither company received a particularly high grade, and State Farm received a C-, and Allstate received a D. Now, it's important to note that the highest score among the 10 largest insurers was a C+. Also, in J.D. Power's 2024 U.S. Auto Insurance Study, which evaluates overall customer satisfaction with insurers, State Farm ranked between 1st and 5th place in most regions, and Allstate ranked below average in most regions, and below State Farm in every region. Finally, according to the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, State Farm gets fewer complaints than Allstate. However, both companies receive more complaints than the industry average, which is 1. State Farm had a complaint index of 1.96, while Allstate's was higher at 3.53. So, who is Allstate a better choice for? Drivers who may benefit from accident forgiveness, have poor credit, or prefer to purchase their policies online. Who is State Farm a better choice for? Drivers who prioritize customer service, have clean driving records, good credit, or drive fewer than average miles each year. Bottom line, both Allstate and State Farm are reliable nationwide insurance options. Allstate is a better choice for drivers with poor credit and those looking for accident forgiveness, while State Farm offers lower rates for most drivers and scores higher in customer service. But when you're shopping for auto insurance, you should get quotes from multiple companies to make sure you are getting the best price and coverage options for your needs. That's a wrap on Allstate versus State Farm, but we have a whole library of videos on this channel where we compare auto insurance providers. So be sure to check out those videos and head over to autoinsurance.com for any of your car insurance questions. Until next time, see you in the next video.